Amir Shakib Arsalan was an influential figure in the late Ottoman period. He was born in the year 1869 in the city of Shuwaifat in the Ottoman province of Syria. Shakib Arsalan was an exceptionally intelligent Ottoman politician, writer, and reformer, and he was fluent in Arabic, Turkish, French, and German. Due to his wisdom and knowledge, Shakib Arsalan was appointed as the Ottoman governor of the Hawran district of Syria. The early 1900s was a time when the Ottoman Empire was filled with corruption, despotism, and ethnic tensions. Despite this difficult period of Islamic history, Shakib Arsalan proved to be one of the most capable Ottoman governors and was loved and respected by the people. Shakib Arsalan believed that keeping the Ottoman Empire strong and united was the only way to protect the Muslim world from Western colonialism. In the year 1902, Shakib Arsalan mediated between the Ottoman government and Arab rebels in the district of Hawran. He eventually managed to convince the rebels to lay down their arms and make peace with the Ottoman government. After World War I, Shakib Arsalan called on the people of Syria to support the Ottoman army and defend the empire against the Europeans. However, after Shakib Arsalan realized that the Ottoman Turks were turning away from the idea of an Islamic caliphate and turning towards nationalism, he began calling for reform and Islamic unity within the Ottoman Empire. Shakib Arsalan began criticizing the Ottoman government after witnessing the crimes and atrocities committed by Jamal Pasha, who was the Ottoman governor of Syria. Many prominent Ottoman anti-corruption activists who were given death sentences by Jamal Pasha took refuge in the house of Shakib Arsalan. One of these activists was Faris al-Khoury, who later thanked Shakib Arsalan for saving his life. After openly criticizing Jamal Pasha, Shakib Arsalan began to receive death threats. Therefore, Shakib Arsalan left Syria and went to Istanbul, where he informed the Ottoman government of the crimes of Jamal Pasha against Arabs in Syria. As a result, Jamal Pasha was removed from his position as the governor of Syria. In the years that followed, Shakib Arsalan continued to call for Islamic unity between Turks, Arabs, and all races living in the Ottoman Empire. However, the situation continued to deteriorate, and despite the efforts of Shakib Arsalan, the Ottoman government persisted in corruption and decadence. Shortly after the end of World War I, European powers had taken advantage of the internal instability of the Ottoman Empire and had occupied Iraq and Syria. In the year 1922, the Ottoman Caliphate was officially abolished, and the Turks had turned to the Western idea of nationalism. Therefore, Shakib Arsalan began to speak out against the British and the French invaders, and he called for a unified Arab caliphate. In 1921, Shakib Arsalan led an Arab delegation to the United Nations Conference in Geneva, where he appealed to the UN to grant independence to the Arabs and to remove the French and British armies from the Middle East. However, his calls for freedom fell on deaf ears. Therefore, he decided to join the rebels in their armed resistance against the French and British occupation of the Arab world. Shakib Arsalan called for a holy war against the French and the British armies, and he attacked them in speeches and newspaper articles. Therefore, the French planned to assassinate Shakib Arsalan. As a result, he left Syria and went into exile in Switzerland. Shakib Arsalan eventually left Switzerland, and he spent the next few years traveling to different countries in the Muslim world, including Morocco, Algeria, and Saudi Arabia, where he met many Muslim revolutionaries. Throughout his travels, he continued to write about the effects of colonialism in the Muslim world, and he continued to publish articles about the atrocities of the British and the French armies in Syria, Iraq, and Palestine. In the year 1934, Shakib Arsalan was elected as a member of a delegation that was formed in order to resolve a territorial dispute between the King of Saudi Arabia and the King of Yemen. Despite the fact that the Ottoman Empire had collapsed and the Islamic world had split into multiple nations, Shakib Arsalan continued to call for unity between Islamic countries. Throughout his life, Shakib Arsalan wrote many great books, including History of the Ottoman Empire, History of Andalusia, and his famous book entitled Why Did the Muslims Fall Behind? He also wrote biographies of many great figures in Islamic history, such as Ibn Khaldun and Imam al-Awza'i. Many of his books have been translated into the English language. Because of his abundance of literature, Shakib Arsalan was given the title Amir al-Bayan, which translates to Prince of Eloquence. Amir Shakib Arsalan returned to Syria in 1946 after it was liberated from French rule, and he received a hero's welcome in Damascus. He passed away in Beirut on 9th December 1946.